EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and Reliant Stadium, the home of the Texans. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from Houston. Not bad on the return. Out past the 30-yard line. Some breathing room for the offense as they begin drive one. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
I think when you take a step back and you look at last week's loss, I think there was some good and there was some bad. And I think you could really say that about the entire team. The 2 touchdown passes were great. Of course, he's got to stop giving the ball away with the interception. But I think if he continues to clean up some of his fundamentals, continue to improve his decision-making, and then on top of that, guys around him just have to continue to play better.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. London brought in motion. Third and long for Hurts. Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On to punt. He sends that one skyward. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. And they're led out by the first-round pick out of Alabama, Ty Simpson.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week and going forward, it's going to be a hard team to beat. Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Connection made. It's Burton. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10. 10 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Try again. It's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
From the gun, here's Simpson. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Shotgun snap for Simpson. Over the middle. It's caught by Stribling. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down for Houston.
And the Texans first down.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Working from the gun, it's Simpson. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
There's a fine line for any quarterback, Mike, between when to be a passer and when to be a runner. You don't want them always looking for the scramble. But in this case, when you get a lot of room to operate and there's a big game to be had, take it.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Offense rolling right along on this drive. Another first and 10. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
Achane might be the best weapon on this entire team, and it feels like at times last season, Mike, like he was the offense, and, you know, he can pick up tough yards when he needs to. He can be really dynamic in the open field. He's one of the fastest and most elusive backs we have in the NFL.
They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Achane. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. Third and goal.
It's third and goal.
He'll try and throw it. Here's Simpson. And he'll take it on in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Texans. That's his first touchdown of the new year. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He knocks it through. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans 7. Bengals nothing.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Bengals offense heading back out. You see their offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher. Pitcher in his 3rd season as the OC in Cincinnati. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, and after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
It's Bengals football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they face a difficult 3rd and 12. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Texans offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. Well, after the great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants open with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet. In England. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Achane. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle.
49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. Left side. He finds Stribley. And they'll take this down inside 35. This drive started to take some nice shape. Another 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 33.
A run here with Achan. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Simpson. Taysom Hill working free downfield. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Another Texans 1st down.
Well run with Achan. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. They'll run with Achan. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
That's going to be caught. Deshaun Stribley. Touchdown, Houston. And hold on to that football, young man. As a keeper, his 1st NFL touchdown.
Makes the score Texans 14. Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. To return, it's Kendre Miller. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
On play action, here's Hurts. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
That'll bring up 2nd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his mix. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Texans are going to come up with it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
A short one caught by Kelsey, and he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Brings up 2nd
Here's
and
2nd and 2.
35-yard line.
Throwing, Simpson. Right back to Kelsey again. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
10 yards.
Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
1st and 10.
To throw, it's Simpson here on 1st and 10. Now a screen set up for Achan. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. To the air again is Simpson. Oh, lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. This will be third and long. Throwing again, Simpson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. And it's fourth down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. As the Bengals head back out on offense, you get a look there at Matt Burke. He's the defensive coordinator for Houston. Matt joined the Texans along with DeMeco Ryans in 2023. Now his fourth year as the coordinator of this Houston defense. Quick throw, taken in. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25.
To number 18. A gain of 14. And a Bengal first down.
On first down, it's Hurts. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Second down.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
And it's third down.
Third and 6. Hurts. That is caught. Finding Higgins. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. 2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's first and 10. To throw is Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout. Second and long coming up. Here's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Texans fans, because it's third down.
Now Hurts. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. He'll let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our spin through the NFL starts now. In Inglewood, the Rams at home to take on the visiting New York Giants. And it's the rookie, the #1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Rams are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Lastly, let's get a look who's getting a hot start to the year. It's our impact player from Week 2, and it's this man. And this is the runner-up for MVP from a season ago, Drake May. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The Cowboys are in the win column. They win it in front of the home faithful and move to 1-1. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season.
teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the goal line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, after a great week one and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week two, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Shotgun snap for Simpson. He's going to take a shot downfield. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up third down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On third down, here's Hurts. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
To the outside. Catch made by London. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on third down. Now it's Hurts. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range. The Bengals out and ready to punt. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Texans offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. On the carry, it's Achane. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, it's Simpson. The pressure going to cave in on him. He will go down. Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. Third and very long. That one out wide to Achane. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's Dixon's punt on the way. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Bengals offense heading back out. You see their offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher. His guys trailing here in the second half, so every drive's important now They try to mount a comeback. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. A throw on the move is caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
Higgins sent in motion. On third down, it's Hurts. It was a short one caught by Kraft. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First down.
And they will not run another play. That'll do it. The end of the third. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Higgins sent in motion. Hurts again. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Again, Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Texans coming back out. Why don't we take a look at their upcoming schedule for the next few weeks. They're at Indy, then back home for Dallas, and then hitting the road to Music City to take on the Titans. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. Trying to get to 2-0. It has not been easy, but that is an important first down.
First down.
On the ground, here is Achane. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, here's Simpson. This one taken in by Chenault. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A run, and it's Achane. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
First down.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the Bengals' 39-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Achane, a first down, and then some. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
19 yards.
They'll have it 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
A run up the middle with Achan. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
First down. First down and 10 yards to go.
Once again, it's Achan. And third and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
It's second and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Now a pitch to Achan. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Downs on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up third and 7.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Rolling right. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Texans. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Texans must take themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Bengals offense heading back out there. Why don't we take a look at what's coming up for them over the next few weeks. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
A gain of 26.
A first down throw for Hurts.
First down, Bengals.
He'll step up and run.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Drake London. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Work in the middle. That's Kraft. He's got it. Second down, they need 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 32-yard
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Going right sideline and complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
22 yards. And a Bengal first down.
And now the spike will come just under 40 ticks remaining. On second down, Hurts. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
Texans fans, because it's third down.
Hurts to throw. He somehow managed to get rid of that one before the sack. Incomplete and sets up fourth down.
The coverage by Jack Campbell.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, just buying a little extra time, waiting for his man to uncover on the back of the end zone. And then it just becomes, let's rip it and throw that ball in that window. It might not stay open for long, but he puts it right where it needs to be. Touchdown.
They needed that to go their way to have any hope. But it's corralled by the hands team, and that should just about wrap this one up. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. They get the job done here at home, and they follow